Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that we have all at one point heard about a game just due to the fact that it was so overwhelmingly popular. Games like Minecraft, Happy Wheels, and even recent ones like the series Five Nights at Freddy's come to mind. In fact, it seems that when these games took off on the internet space, it was almost impossible to escape. Why am I bringing this up though, you ask? Well, it actually has to do with today's video. That's right, today I'm bringing back to the table one of the most popular games to ever hit the internet space. That's right, today I'm bringing my full review of the major hit wonder of 2015. Today I'm reviewing Undertale. Long ago, the world was ruled by two different races, the humans and the monsters. While not much context is provided at the start of the game, it's said that a war broke out between these two races. While the battles lasted for ages, the humans reigned victorious and sealed away the monsters in an underground fortress with a magic barrier. Now, while it may hold the monsters at bay, the seal is not perfect by any means. For one day, a human falls down Mount Ebbet into a place called the Ruins. You are this human. As you awaken and wander around trying to figure out where exactly you are, you meet a tiny flower named Flowey. Flowey explains where you are and gives you a small tutorial on how things work down here. As Flowey shares his white pellets of love, you end up getting hurt. Flowey then laughs and calls you stupid. In this world, it's killed or be killed. Then, from out of nowhere, what appears to be a flame comes out and blows Flowey away. A goat person, or in this case monster, appears in front of you. She takes you by the hand, teaches you how to solve dungeon puzzles, and a little bit later swings you by her place and calls it your new home. Feeling a little bit weirded out, you ask Goat Mom how to get back to the human world. After dodging the questions more times than Kojima's dodged a bullet with a certain company, Goat Mom, or Toriel as she calls herself, says that she has some business to attend to in her basement. So, naturally, you follow her because, well, I mean, what else are you gonna do? As it turns out, she knows a way back up to the human world. However, she's going to destroy it so you can stay with her forever. Too many times has she seen humans fall down into the underworld and then leave only to end up dead afterwards. Trying to convince her not to destroy your only ticket home, she demands that you prove to her right now that you're strong enough to make it through. Toriel then engages you in battle. After selecting the mercy option over and over again, because honestly, why would you want to kill this person? She's just so nice. Toriel gives in and allows you to leave, but she begs you to be wary of the outside world and someone named Asgore. After exiting the ruins, you get to meet two of my favorite characters in the entire game, Sans and Papyrus. These two skeleton brothers are honestly something else, let me tell you. With Sans' witty puns and Papyrus' amazing dialogue, as well as his true love for spaghetti, these two instantly became my favorite characters. And the thing is, the story goes off way more than this. There are so many others that you'll be meeting on your journey, characters like Undine, Alphys, and hell, even Mettaton. And as you progress through the game, the story just becomes more and more enveloping and emotionally immersive. Each character brings their own stories and secrets, which helps it build it even more. Honestly, I would go into more detail, but it's kind of hard to without spoiling anything in the end game. So I'm afraid you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for that. But until then, let's check out the gameplay section. Now, I'll admit it, when it comes to 8-bit indie games, okay, there is a lot. Like, sometimes I feel there's just way too much. My main problem with this is that so many of them are the same, honestly. Reason I mention this, in case you hadn't noticed, is that Undertale is a game in the 8-bit genre. So you probably think I have a problem with this, but the actual truth is, I don't. See, Undertale did the whole 8-bit thing actually very well. Toby Fox, the creator of this game, really made this game look like an updated version of the original Mother, or Earthbound Beginnings for you new guys to the series. In fact, in case you guys didn't know, Toby also created the popular Earthbound hack, Earthbound Halloween hack. I'm not gonna lie, that felt a little bit weird to say. You're gonna be hearing a lot of relation to the Mother series when talking about this game, or looking up anything on this game, honestly. But I have been rambling, so let me get back to what I was talking about. The game, from a graphical standpoint, is very simple, yes, but honestly, that's what makes it work. The game looks great, so why would it need any more than it already has? All the places you visit in this game, 4 in total, are all unique in their own way as well. There's the Ruins, which is where you first start the game and meet Toriel. The town of Snowdin, a winter snow-filled town. Waterfall, a dark and creepy yet calm and collected cavern, and then there's Hotland. I mean, you know, there's lava, so it's hot. I can't really build on that. Now, there is one more location, but I can't really talk about that for now, since, you know, ending of the game, wink, wink, wink. So we'll have to say that a little bit later. Now, from the footage that you've been seeing, you've probably guessed that this game is an RPG. And you would be right. Undertale works on the whole random battle system. As you're walking around the field, you will encounter a fight. However, unlike your typical JRPGs, this game does something a little different. You see, this game actually has the option of not killing anything. That's right, you can spare every enemy in the game, and in order to do this, you'll have to act and do these different gestures or options, or just try to cheer up the enemy in general, so that in some way they'll think you're a pretty good person, and then you'll be able to mercy them from battle. Now, what's cool about the system is... Whoa! What was that? That was weird. Anyway, like I was saying, what's really cool about this system is that after you mercy a monster, you can just mercy them again if you get into another encounter with them. It's honestly a nice touch and it saves a lot of time in battles. Now, before I said it was a little bit different than most RPGs, the reason I say a little is that this bears heavily on the talking system as seen in the Shin Megami Tensei series. That's honestly really cool, honestly. I love that series. Just a fun bit of information I guess I can give you guys. Right, okay, I know, I'm moving on. This even applies to the bosses in the game as well. Throughout the entire game, you'll encounter a major boss in almost every area you'll visit, and most of them are the monsters that you've grown to like Undine, the lovable ghost, and even Pacifist. Okay, dude, what the hell? This is getting weird, okay? But yes, even Papyrus is a boss, and then you can date Papyrus. This is honestly the best thing about this game. Remember earlier I said that the characters become more lovable? This is why. You can date a skeleton who has a shirt that says cool dude. I'm done. I'm done. After you spare them, you can then revisit them and experience even more with that character. Hey, did you ever want to set a house on fire while cooking? You can do that. Why? Because friendship. I honestly love this aspect of the game. Never before have I ever been so enveloped by characters who I would normally just forget about. Great job, Toby. Great job indeed. Also, since I really don't know where to talk about this, I love the Temmies. And the little Temmie shop. They are adorable and I want one. That is all. Now, I hope you didn't think I forgot about the music in this game, because trust me, I have not. The soundtrack to Undertale is honestly my favorite thing about this game. Every single track, which has over 100 by the way, is so well made. I mean, for God's sakes, the dog song is made with the Mario Paint sound maker. That is incredible. The songs really do set the mood for what's going on in the game, at least they do for me. The battle themes, however, are my favorite. I'm sure the same can be said about you guys too. They're just so catchy and so damn energetic. I love it. I'll always have a hard time picking a favorite out of all of them, although if I had to guess, I'd probably say Spider Dance is my favorite. Or Death by Glamour. Or any of them. With everything that we have discussed so far, it only makes me really wonder, what lies ahead? So after the fight with Undine, you start to learn that the king of the realm of monsters, named Asgore, is collecting the souls of past humans who have fallen down to their world. He's doing this so that he himself can cross over the barrier to the human world and take revenge on the human race. Now, for what reason, you guys may ask? Well, it turns out that his son died and he was rushed to the conclusion that the humans were to blame. He then plotted and waited for the time to take his revenge on the race that he blames for his son's death. However, you also learn that the only way to get out of the monster world is that you need a soul of a monster, and this forces one of my favorite fights in the entire game. You've gone through everything. All the worlds, all the dialogue, met every single character. It's time for the fight with the king of the monster world. It's time to fight King Asgore. This fight is honestly one of my favorites in the entire game. It begins, music and all, and then right before the battle can even commence, Asgore takes his weapon, thrusts it into your bar, and destroys the mercy option, meaning there's only one way out of this battle. You have to fight. The battle isn't too tough when you start to get the pattern down, but I couldn't help but feel bad the entire time. The whole game you've pretty much been taught to not hurt, only save, but here, you can't. However, in the end of the battle, Flowey comes out of nowhere and kills Asgore in front of you. He steals the souls that Asgore has claimed and uses their power to fuse into this horrible monster. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this scene and he let off that horrible laugh, I was honestly scared. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, this game was so happy-go-lucky the entire time, but then there's this. Like, my gracious, this is terrifying. Now, this fight is unlike anything you've seen in this entire game. Flowey has the power to make it impossible for you to go back to your old save file. In fact, when he beats you, not only do you get a game over, he crashes your game. And this dude can even use save states whenever you manage to escape his attacks. That's insane. The only way to beat him is to survive. During the fight, the Wandering Souls aid the main character and help you defeat Flowey once and for all. You then wake up in the human world and Sans calls you to inform you how the monster world is getting along after his defeat. He then says that maybe you could get a better ending if you did everything. What? Yeah, you see, if you miss anything, you actually won't get the real ending. You'll get the Flowey ending, which in its case is actually pretty cool, but yeah, I know you guys want the special ending, the actual ending. Well, don't worry, I have not failed. If you missed anything, the game will inform you what you should do. Anyways, go back and do all the things that you missed, and then you head back to the fight with Asgore. When you do this time, however, Toriel will step in and stop you from fighting Asgore. You are then joined by everyone who you've become best friends with. However, this reunion is short-lived, and Flowey attacks and steals the souls of all your monster friends. It's revealed that Flowey is actually Asgore's deceased son, Azrael. It's explained that he was brought back due to some experiments that Alphys was running. Azrael uses the powers of the monster's souls to become a more adult version of himself, and here the real final battle begins. The battle against Azrael Dreamer. Hey, you know, if you actually mix those around, it spells serial murderer. Fuck, that's dark. This battle is intense. But here's the thing, with everything that you've learned about Azrael, he becomes one of those villains that you really do care for. As he taunts you with the threat of resetting the timeline and ending it all, you still fight with all your might to keep on trying to save him from death. You fight using all your determination that has gotten you this far. Then as Azrael rips the timeline into oblivion, you still hang on and fight Azrael's final form. The battle is tough and you start to lose hope that maybe he'll win. Just as you're about to go out, your friends who you made throughout the entire game come back for one last effort. One last chance. After reminding them of who they are, they help you take him out once and for all. As his memories return, Azrael refuses to believe any of them. The memories of the first human that fell, that became his brother, he refuses to believe all of it. But through determination and love, Azrael remembers. His emotions take over and he reveals that he just can't lose you again. Not like last time. He returns back to his child form. He knows that you will only remind him of the one he knew growing up. And what's funny enough here, the one that grew up with him is whatever your file name was named after. You're actually someone new, but he's been gone a long time, as he states. He then asks you, the player, what your name is. Your character replies with Frisk. It's here where we learn the main protagonist's name. He then tells you that he knows you can never forgive him for what he's done, the hurt he's brought, the pain that he's brought, but it's here where you can forgive just one more time. With the joy that he has, he decides to bring back the ones he stole from you, the friends you made, and with his last act, he also destroys the barrier. However, doing this means he won't be around for much longer. He exchanges his last words with you, and at the end, Frisk gives him one last hug. One last goodbye. After asking Frisk to take care of his parents, he vanishes. Frisk then wakes up around his friends who are all worried about him. They then gesture the fact that Frisk can now go back home if he chooses. You can actually go back and see Azrael one more time. He reveals things about the child from the past and says that you were the one friend he wished he could have had. This is honestly touching, and I really can't express into words how much this means. This is something you should honestly experience for yourself. And with all this, you return to the human world. Everyone gazes at the sun as they leave the monster realm, and at the end, Toriel asks you one question. Would you like to go back to your home? Or would you like to stay with her? Whatever option you pick, this is where the game ends. Undertale is a game that I've not experienced in quite some time. It's funny, it's sad, it's quirky, serious, and almost everything else that makes a good story. The music is fantastic and the characters are just simply wonderful. I'm looking at you, Sans. And yes, before you guys get to commenting, I know there are things that I left out. There's this whole mystery of Ghast and a few secret places that I've, failed to mention. But trust me, those are the kind of things that are better off to be discovered on your own. Trust me, it's worth it, okay? It really is. And as for the game itself as a whole, and then you guys should really... Okay, no, that's it. What the hell is going on? What? Forgot something? What did I forget? Remember what? What are you talking about? Fine, I will. What's the harm anyway? Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed that review. I mean, this one took me so long to work on it. Like, it was unreal how many hours I put into editing all this, and it's been unreal. Like, holy shit. I have to give very special thanks to two very special people for making this episode happen, and that is Merrick and Ann over at the channel of Narwhal Entertainment. They're very good friends of mine, and they graciously let me use their Pacifist run footage for the review, because I couldn't technically go back and record any. So guys, thank you honestly from the bottom of my heart. You made this review happen. Like, thank you so much. Go check out their channel, guys. They're a Let's Play channel. They do a wide variety of games. And I think at the moment, my friend Merrick is actually playing through one of the Legacy of Kain games. He's really entertaining to watch. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. I've even appeared on a few episodes there, so yeah. Of course, gotta give my huge shout out to Schemetis for making the opening theme. I still love his work as always. He's a very big inspiration to me, and he's just an all awesome dude. Go follow him on Twitter. Check out his SoundCloud, his YouTube channel. He's just an amazing dude. Links will be in the description below. I, of course, got to give credits to Rookie for making the Bombing Mission remix, who is just an all-out awesome dude. He is back on his Let's Play channel. He's doing a whole bunch of stuff. I think Downfall is his newest game. Go check him out as well. Would not have an ending credits theme without him. He's a very good friend of mine, and I really hope we get to work together someday. And of course, last but not least, I gotta give my friend James a huge credit too for all the art that he's done for the show. Every art that you see of me, he's done, and I gotta bless him. Thank you so much, James. Go check out his Facebook page where he does all his creations of drawings. A link will be in the description below. It's called The Petite Knight. He's an awesome artist and a great friend indeed. And yeah, in case you got the next episode is gonna be the Genocide Run review. This one's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun to script. Speaking of scripting, I gotta go do that now. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, and take care, guys. Until then, I'll see you next time.